Hey Kimochis kids, it's Mr. Taylor back with you for another Kimochis lesson. During our last lesson, we talked about the feeling hopeful. For this lesson, I want us to give a drum roll on our desks or laps for our Kimochis friend that will help us to learn about our next Kimochi, or in English, our next feeling. Now, everybody give me a drum roll. And here she is. Here's Kat. Now, Kat is here with us today to discuss the feeling frustrated. And here's how you spell the word frustrated. And here's what frustrated may look like. Sometimes Kat feels frustrated when things do not go her way or the way that she had hoped for. This can often feel irritating. Frustration is very common. Raise your hand if you've ever felt frustrated before. I know that I've felt frustrated. I want you to show me your frustrated face. And show me your frustrated hands. And how about a frustrated sound? I know that sometimes when we are frustrated, we may also feel a little warm or hot. We may not know what words we want to use, and we may feel like we want to cry with frustration. Now, Kat is going to tell us some times when she has felt frustrated. I feel frustrated when I'm playing with my friends and they are not doing something the way that I would like them to do it. I feel frustrated when my favorite team, the Kimochis Kotawazas, lose a very close game. I feel frustrated when I studied hard for a test and I did not get the grade that I strived for. Thank you for sharing that, Kat. I know it can be hard to discuss things that make us feel frustrated. When we are feeling frustrated, we want to remind ourselves that we can bounce back. This helps us to remember that we never ever want to give up, and also that we can ask someone for help when we are feeling frustrated. If we see someone who is feeling frustrated, we can say to them, "You can bounce back." Some things that help us to bounce back would be taking 3 long breaths, squeezing a stress ball, or asking our teacher or an adult if we can take a break. Remember that when we take calm down breaths, we breathe in to smell the flower, and we breathe out to blow out the candle. And if you have tried some of these strategies that we just talked about, but you are still feeling frustrated, then it's wise to ask an adult for help. You can raise your hand and say something like, "I feel frustrated. Can you help me, please?" Some people like help when they are feeling frustrated. Others prefer to work out frustration on their own. Neither is right or wrong, it's just a preference. If you prefer something, it means that you choose it. You may remember during our last lesson that we discussed how we can put our hopeful feeling, and here it is the hopeful feeling. We can put the hopeful feeling in front of our frustrated feeling by telling ourselves something like, "I'm going to stick with it until I get it," or "I'm just frustrated. I can do it." And when we put our hopeful feeling in front of the frustrated feeling, this helps us to bounce back. And when we strive to bounce back, we are being resilient, which is part of being a Kimochis kid, which means that we are being respectful, responsible, kind, and resilient. Kat and I are grateful for the way that you have listened during this lesson. Please take care. Know that when you are feeling frustrated that you can bounce back, and we will see you next time, Kimochis kids.